everybody, and welcome back to our 12 Days of Union, a little bit of holiday fun, and some daily topics about twin flame union subjects that we want to cover with you guys. So today, we're talking about...
On the 11th day of union, my twin flame gave to me 11 constant mirrors in a life of ascension, yay me.
And if you guys are just joining us for the first time, I'm Dov.
I'm Nicole.
And we're so happy to have you guys. Welcome. And you also, as a bonus, get to hear Nicole singing. And tomorrow's bonus is going to have an extra exciting thing. So make sure you catch tomorrow's. And if you are jumping in for the first time, go back and check out the other videos. Bring yourself through the process.
I'm going to drop it like it's hot. I'm going to drop it like it's hot.
That's what the surprise is. Nicole will be doing some more singing. And so today we're talking about the 11 mirrors, right? So it's not that there are specifically 11 mirrors, but that the twin flame connection is connected to mirroring, constant mirroring of our stuff. What does that mean, first and foremost? And let's take a look at it. So when people bring to us the concept of mirroring, a lot of times it becomes really confusing for people. So if you're kind of new in the twin flame process, or even if you are, very familiar with it, twins mirror. All relationships mirror. What does that mean? It means that they actually allow you to see what's going on within you, right? And what's going on for you through the reflection and the triggering that happens from the other person. Twins are extra sort of focused in that, because not only as a soul before you came into this body did you guys decide, you know what? We're going to grow, evolve, right? The twin flame experience, the twin flame connection has so much to do with evolution. Evolution of your soul, evolution of the consciousness of the planet, bringing conscious love here, bringing unconditional love here, right? So imagine you guys are on these, you have all of these exciting goals. You come into the body, and then the way that manifests is, maybe you've got abandonment issues, twin abandons you, right? Maybe you've got, fear of closeness, and it's so intense to be together. There's all these different factors that mirror the stuff within us. They will also have a different type of mirroring. There's also the mirroring that happens where you are actually able to experience the same thing that the twin is experiencing. So if they have self-worth issues, oftentimes you have some aspect of that as well. So there's the mirroring in the templates, and there's the mirroring in the wounds. Then there's also the mirroring as in, hey, here's a giant mirror, check yourself out and look at your stuff that's coming up. Man. And it becomes really hard to be in that when you've had a history of a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of negative experiences, which a lot of twins have had.
Oh my God, I remember there were parts of my life where I wasn't doing that great, and I couldn't even look in the mirror. Like, I stayed far away from that mirror, right? And then while I'm in that space, I meet Dov, who's like, the good part about this though is that we get to see all of ourselves, right? All the love, all that good, all that like yummy stuff. And then we get to see all the other stuff, because it's important that as we were doing this work and as we're going through this, which I didn't understand in the beginning, was that we really look at the shadow and we don't like we're not afraid of it. We don't fear it. We don't have to feel gross. We don't have to feel guilt, right? We don't have to feel any of that. We get to look at it for what it is. We get to look at it and see where it came from. We get to look at it and send it back. We get to get rid of that stuff, right? So there was like two phases that Dov and I went through. It's like we brought everything out into the open, and then we got to start to look at it. And then the second phase was, now we are consciously together looking at our stuff. So like my wife gets to now, not before, because I wasn't taking it. I wasn't going to hear that, right? The mask is like, I'm not going to hear you, like blah, blah, blah. Like I get to hear her say, hey, you're not being present lately. Like that really hurts me. Or if like she's doing something that's like, I'm like, wow, like we're not looking at that, and we're not like really perceiving it in the way that like it is and seeing it for what it is. And we get to talk to each other like that. Is it sometimes hard? Yes. Is it all the time kind of hard? Yes. Does it get easier? Yes.
Yeah.
What happens? We have the opportunity together to accept each other where we are and do this dance, where we're constantly looking, and we're looking for the good. We're looking for the good more than we're looking for the other stuff, because we've been able to have that dance and we see the beauty in each other. And the other part is, allowing ourselves to put ourselves in the other person's shoes, right? How much do we actually do that? We don't. Right? Today we were just talking about that, where I was like, wow, when we get into it, Dov and I, and we get into this moment of feeling hurt by the other person, you know, we go through this thing where we have to look at what the other person is feeling and going through, because Dov is not me. Dov doesn't look at life the way Nicole does. Dov doesn't feel the way I feel some of the time. Dov doesn't perceive things the way I perceive them. These eyes, the way I'm seeing things, are not the same as you, and it's not the same as her. That's why the world looks very different to each other. And when we start to look at those things, we can really be honest with each other and heal with one another in such a deep, beautiful way.
Nicole was talking about lenses of perception, right? So it's like, although you are together energetically with that twin, and although we are one energy in a lot of ways, we have different lenses of perception. We've had different experiences. We've seen different things. We've had different hurts and different lessons. We've had different happies, right? Like, what if that's a word? We've had different good moments. And so those are those lenses of perception. And that's why, you know, thinking about it from that person's perspective, you know, and Nicole said something really, really powerful that I want to kind of come back to too, is that there were times where she didn't want to look at herself in the mirror. I didn't want to look at myself. And if your twin becomes this mirror, right? It is not personal or about you when they have a hard time. We've said this a million times. We'll say it again. It's not personal or about you when that intensity becomes so uncomfortable, because it's the intensity of facing yourself. And even at this moment, I want to rewind and bring it back to you for a second, right? So instead of thinking like they can't face me, they're not present, they're running, what's going on with you, right? What's going on with you? Because it is a two-way street always. Right? So even if Nicole was acting in certain ways that were actively the focus, I was doing myself a disservice by not noticing all the things that were going on within me or what I was doing. So the mirroring is actually an amazing experience, because if you go back to the other videos, we talk about triggers. It goes to triggers, it shows us the intensity, it allows us to grow. It's part of our path to reach that unconditional love. It's part of our path to reach that soul level growth and ascension, right? So the mirrors are actually beautiful and incredible.
Oh my God, yes. So I just want to share this with you guys, is that there were times in my life where what I was seeing was, or I was thinking about myself, like this whole story that wasn't true. And then Dov comes into my life and says, that story doesn't make any more sense, Nicole. Like, that's not correct, baby. Like, that's not correct. That's not who you are, right? There's times where Dov is going through something and she sees herself in a certain way. And I'm like, baby, that's not it. That's not you, girl. I see you. And we get to really see each other. And we get to dismantle those stories that we all created.
Yes.
All of us have pain wounds that make all these stories up about ourselves, that we're not good enough, that we can't do it, that we're this, that we're that. And then you have this beautiful being that like shocks you, rocks you, and then finally tells you, like, I don't see you like that. That's not who you are. You're beautiful. I love you. It doesn't matter that you're doing this, X, Y, and Z. I still love you. You still deserve love, even if you think that you don't. And that's the beautiful, that's like the most magnificent part of the mirroring, is that we get to see each other as we are. And then so that we can see ourselves as we are. And that's really yummy.
And that's a beautiful part of this mirroring practice. So we hope that this video has been helpful for you guys. We love all of you.
We love you.
We will see you tomorrow for our very last video of our 12 days of union. And if this video has been something that you like, please make sure you like it and follow us, subscribe. Make sure that you're staying connected with us so we can continue to serve you and to build this beautiful community. We love all of you guys.
Oh my God, we love you. Light and love.
Bye.